Well, hey everybody. It's Tuesday, October dang, 11th. Whatever. It was a long week. I only worked 3 days, but it was a long week mentally. Let's go with that. How's that? Can you buy into that? I don't know. I really feel like my 3 days was mentally challenging. Paul Phillips, what's up, buddy? Man, that was like I came at you with like aggression with that name. My bad. Gabe, how's it going, man? What did he say? He said, escaping from the Iowa 80 before everybody starts with freezing face Nebraska bound. Yeah, no doubt. Matt Nissen, like listen. I used to run ERF as a company driver, but when I switched over to O, I wanted the flexibility to go better freight market if needed. Well, okay. Man, look at that. Just threw that out there. I got you. Hey, was shaking. Roland, what's up, man? Hopefully we have a meeting tomorrow, huh? Let's hope. You and me. We get some things going, hopefully. God, I hope he's back from his wedding. You know what I'm talking about. Other people don't know what I'm talking about, but you know. Timothy Ransom, how's it going, buddy? How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing out there? Just a little late. He just got parked. He had to go handle some business, then he'll be jumping in here shortly. Good news. Fuel surcharge is up. It is up. It is up. It is up. Trucker Dan. Hey, Dan. Boss lady's out with the grandkids again. She's like that, man. Grandkids around. She done kicked me to the curb. Craig Hutchison, what's going on? Brian Jess, wait. Doesn't matter very much if you manage your business properly, build that account to cover your needs. Am I getting like old chat messages or something? This is weird. Just all of a sudden, is this like something you guys were talking about beforehand? Y'all are throwing me up. Throw me up. Throw me off. Oh my gosh. Oh, Maine. Good God. Timothy Ransom's sitting up in Maine. No, man, you guys can have that mess. That's too far. Jeff is parked. Not sure where he's parked. He's on his way to Indiana from whatever. You guys started without me, man. You know, that's cool. Watch them play off at the same time. Man, look at you guys are like on it today, huh? Hey, hey, look, I'm glad you guys are like that. I think that look. So I think that's actually pretty cool. Unfortunately, I can't see the conversation that happens there until I actually hit this darn go live button. So I don't see it unless I actually have the YouTube channel open on that side, and I typically don't because then I start getting all this weird lag and stuff. Anyhow, yeah. So cool. I'm glad you guys are having conversations over there, and that's makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. It's cool. Oh, we got someone new here. Austin Fox. Thanks for all the great info through the weeks. Hey, man, I hope you dig it. Dude, Brian Jess says we're fired up today, bro. Like, no doubt. I'm digging. You know what? I need your guys' energy because I am struggling. It was, man, I got home super late last night, didn't sleep worth the damn, and got up way too early this morning, and I've been just scattered. So yeah, waiting for this fuel surcharge to hit, and man, did it hit. Should we do that? Let's do that real quick. I'm gonna do that real fast. Yeah, let's do that. Then Jeff will get in here and we'll just jump right out of it. So here we go. So the national average went up a whopping 0.388 cents, almost 39 cents. That brings the national average up to 5.224. That was like a sick jump. And I still feel like last week should have went up, but it didn't. And it was weird. So I'm wondering if this is like some sort of weird makeup. I don't know. The West Coast Pad 5 went up 0.437 cents to 5.972. Brings the fuel surcharge up to 0.671. That's almost 7 cents up from the previous week. And the West Coast fuel surcharge is at 11 cents because of the spread between Pad 5 and National is 0.748 cents. If that had hit 0.75 cents, the West Coast fuel surcharge would be 12 cents this week. That's pretty crazy. I'm just going to say it. I wish sometimes I was running the West Coast because that would help. But I like where we're at right now. I hope you guys are digging it. Let me pop out of here and change these screens. Hey, if anyone wants to call in, feel free. The phones are open. It's just me right now. Like I said, Rosie's out swimming with the kids at a spring nearby, and oh man, Jeff's like trying to get parked and settled so he can get in the show. But yeah, we'll do this. Yeah, struggle through it. Struggle is real. Oh my God. So yeah, let me get back to the chat. I got to click on another button. Let's see what we got. Matthew Nissen in Bozeman, Montana. Good Lord. No, man. No. Gotta love OPEC. No doubt. So as soon as they mentioned that, like, right? I mean, did you guys see it? I mean, the changes hadn't even gone into effect yet, and the prices just started climbing. Sorry, I'm reading chat. Oh man. Oh, Paul, brother. You know, they're like underwear. They're like underwear, right? So an OC is just like underwear. That's what I'm going to say. Some fit you just right. They support you. They just feel good. And some are just ratty, worn out, and tired. Oh, Jeff's not here. He's probably not going to like that, but I think y'all get my point. So if you're having a trouble with your OOC, it may be time to look for a new OOC. What do you think? I think that's a fair statement. I had some issues myself this week with a office individual. Not directly, just some same old crap, another day type of thing. Excuse me while I like this. But what it has done is I'm looking for other opportunities out there. I'm gonna get off this Target stuff. It looks like I may be going OTR like some of you real truckers out there, right? I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna try and work some other deals and see what I can get going on. And I don't know, man. I think it's time for me to find something new to do out here. 4 years on this Target of surges, I think maybe worn me out. I don't know. How do I find who my oh my Lord, James? This is something they like should have told you at signing and all that stuff. I mean, with your terminal. Wow, Sue Smith, are you out there? I need you, Sue. I hope you're out there listening somewhere. Sue, are you there? Oh my gosh, Sue could find out for you. Barb, what's up? You're another one. I hope we have a meeting tomorrow. What do you think? Think we'll have a meeting? Think our meeting will happen tomorrow? I sure hope so. Hey, does my mic sound all right? Because it really sounds odd to me in my ears today, and it's just not coming through. I don't know what the heck's going on. So if it sounds funky, let me know, and I'll try and get some stuff out. Yeah. See, Dennis, I still don't like going above I-40, man. Even on the east side. In fact, especially on the east side. Too many states up there where I can't carry. You dig? And yeah, so it would not do well for me. I would have to do southeast regional, and the freight volume there is not great enough from my understanding. So hey, thanks for letting me know the mic's going good. Jeff's here, y'all. He just made a gesture at me with one hand. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Oh, he's holding stuff up. I look. I'm just gonna put him on there.
It's payday.
Payday, baby. Payday.
Have we gone over surcharge yet, man?
We have.
Payday.
You missed it.
Oh.
We did. We went over it real quick, man, because it's a good one. And let's see. Oh, look at this. So Matt said, "Oh yeah, on last week I lost signal at the end, but I will give you a teddy bear hug, Charlie, when I see you again." See, look, y'all don't understand. If any of you don't understand that statement, this guy, he's one of those big fair guys, and you just want to hug him because he makes you feel all warm and safe and cuddly and stuff. Oh man, look, I'm comfortable saying it. I'm just saying, whatever. Don't judge me.
Mhm.
Yeah, Roland, no doubt. So inside information, Roland and I are having a conversation about. Yeah, we totally got to get Jerry on getting this thing out. We got to do something this week. Seriously. Oh, poor Barb, stuck at West Valley with an oil leak. Oof.
Oh,
Hey Barb, like what kind of oil leak? Where is it coming from? Do you know? You're kind of a crafty lady. Do you know what's causing the problem or anything like that? Just because, I mean, you're in that Volvo, and we'd like to know the Volvo ins and outs, and so you're kind of our person. Jeff, where the heck are you, man?
Dodge City, Alabama.
You're
That big
like,
ass
oh,
that big ass Petro here that you have to walk 2
right.
miles to go use the bathroom. Yeah, that one.
They got a pretty decent parking lot, though, right?
Oh yeah. I don't run this area that much, but like every time I get here, I'm like, oh, it's that place. This place is cool. I like this
Right?
place.
The shop is like, wait, don't, if you have to walk to the store from the shop, it's over. I'm just saying, it's a march there.
Get an Uber. Get an
You're
Uber.
right. It's for real. And then, but see, what bothers me at that place? That place is it's a giant spot, right? And they
Mhm.
don't have a real iron skillet, and that bothers me.
Yeah, it's that Iron Skillet Express.
Yeah.
But they do have a Baskin Robbins.
Yeah, I gotta
I
stay the hell
mean,
away
there's
from
that.
there. I know, man. I know it's evil.
Popeyes, pizza. I mean, they have more stuff than most places do, so I can forgive them for their half of Iron Skillet.
Oh, the return line from the turbo. So, it's
Oh,
kind of funny. That's actually kind of a funny thing. So my Freightliner, my Chewy, not the new one, Chewy, the old one. I had a leak in my return line from the turbo, like the entire time I owned that truck. They tried to fix it. They tried changing return lines, the mounting brackets at the block. They've changed everything, every O-ring and the thing. Every time they change it, it just kept, yeah, that sucks. Seeping from the braided part. Yeah, mine was all solid metal connection piping, so they could never figure it out. And that was from the Detroit shop themselves could not figure out why they couldn't make it work. It was crazy.
Hmm.
So I just learned to live with it. I mean, it looked terrible. I mean, because it would just soak the side of the motor, but it was because it got so hot, the oil would spread out, thin out so much and just spread out. It looked like this massive leak, right? But it was literally like drips. I never had any DOT guys tag me for it. I guess they could have, but I don't know. Dennis said,
apparently the street value of hub seals is pretty high. A couple of people have had them stolen lately, apparently.
really? That's crazy. Charlie, when I saw you guys in Ocala, my tires missed you. Nice. You need to check out Rafine VA Petro. Just got remodeled. Oh, nice. That's right. I didn't go fondle any tires out in the parking lot this time. Oh, man. Yeah. Jeff and I spent last Wednesday at Ocala. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's I gotta tell you guys, if you've never been there, I mean, okay, so the parking sucks there. There's
It
no way
does.
around that. It's a really small yard. But dude, Charlie and I were talking about this of all the terminals we've been to around the country, including our own home terminal, Troutdale. Ocala's got this energy about it. It's just like,
For real.
what?
Like, that place was just on fire. I mean, I
You
felt
know,
compelled. I drank 3 Monsters that day, like, back to back. I was like, pow, pow, gotta get up. Need energy to work with these people. Like, they're all just, man.
yeah. I mean, it's a pretty cool place. I've been in and out of there just to park a few times. This is the first time I've actually met the office crew, and I got there before Charlie, so I actually just sat there and watched them work for a couple hours. And boy, they were just on just about everything. I was impressed, Charlie.
Yeah,
I
no
was.
doubt. I dug it. I mean, we got to meet the terminal leader, Gary. That guy right there. Look, that's the first time I met him. Honestly, I had a bad vibe about Ocala for years. Okay. And I just didn't like the vibe of the terminal to start with because years ago, and I'm talking many years ago, I don't know, man. I talked to one person, I just got a bad vibe, and I just avoided it ever since. Probably not, should not have done that. And I feel like I've missed out on a lot from that terminal by kind of blackballing it for so long. But then with this relationship we've built with Sue and things like that, I've been around there a little more. And then Jeff and I were there Wednesday and hung out with Gary. We hung out with Grant, Tim, and Sue, and just, really had a lot of good conversations. Seriously, with some drivers, with staff. Stuff like that. It was, and then just listening, sitting in the middle of that office and just listening to everything going on around there. I've sat at some terminals, and what you hear is, "Oh, it's this guy again. He's calling. He's on the phone. I really don't want to talk. Can you talk to him? I don't want to talk to this guy." And here they're like, "Hey, what's up, buddy? How can we help you? Oh, we're sorry you're having a bad day and things are real wrong. Hey, let's see what we can do to make things better."
Mm-hmm.
What? What? You know what I mean? It was kind of a cool vibe.
It was.
King, I just saw something there. Oh, how's the ERF treating you, Jeff?
Knew somebody was going to ask me that. So here's the thing with ERF. I actually wrote a bit of a book on it in response to someone else that was asking me on the Facebooks. Because Charlie and I are old. We've just started calling it the Facebooks because we want to sound our age.
Right.
So there's challenges here. Absolutely. It's a different operation than what I'm used to. I spent the first couple of weeks just kind of feeling it out, getting bounced around, doing what I'm told, that sort of thing.
Doing the new guy thing.
Right. And slowly I've got a small list of my own of planners that I've direct messaged back and forth to get some stuff done. And this week was a lot better. So the main issue, so you guys know, Charlie and I both preach keep those empty miles down. Yeah, that's
right?
that's not happening over here, man.
No.
No, I just went 250 miles to grab a 600-mile load, guys.
Right.
Why? Because the alternative was to go 150 miles to do a 130-mile load.
Right.
To that mill that was posted on the Facebooks the other day that is on strike right now and is threatening truckers on the way in. So
right.
So I dodged that bullet. But yeah,
that would have been fun.
You know me and names. I think it was John out of Decatur. I just direct messaged him because he was the one that offered me that original loan. He's like, "Well, let's see what we could do." Then I get it. You're an owner
Didn't his
operator.
name start with a T?
Did it? I don't know.
It started with a T. It was
my list is on my dash and my laptop's
Trevor.
away. I don't know.
I didn't even talk to him. You talked to him. Why don't you know his name, Jeff? You are a terrible name person, Jeff. And you should just, you know what? We're done with Jeff. He can't remember names. We're done with this guy for the day. And oh wait. No, you're not off that easy.
Oh shit.
I saw you sit back. You're like, all right.
I was just gonna play my video game for the rest of the show, man. What the hell?
Oh man.
Actually,
but anyhow, yeah. He reached out to that guy and that guy like worked with him. Crazy
we messaged
talk.
back and forth like 5-6 messages and worked some stuff out. And so this is another one of those things. If you guys remember when I first hit the ground in Ocala a couple of years ago, I was like, man, I don't know about this surge stuff, man. The loads are like 200 miles long and live unloads. I don't know about this. And then I made it, excuse my French, I'm going to do it. We're going PG-13.
All right.
I made a shit ton of money at that account doing search. Kind of the same thing here. I'm not comfortable with running this much mileage, but my bottom line went up by $400 or $500 this week.
Right.
Now that I'm actively talking to planners and things.
And when we looked at the averages, we sat down with Sue and got into some of the numbers and that sort of thing. And she started comparing, various trucks on the fleet that are doing the Eastern Regional. The average was 20%, 21%, something like that, deadhead miles. And that was like, whoa, okay. Mm-hmm. But it pencils out.
Yeah.
So, we always say numbers got to make sense.
So, the trick here, and Dennis will correct me if I'm wrong, because Dennis will do that.
Dun.
Just run.
Right.
The thing here is I have not gone a day without a load unless I was on a reset. I have a load every single day. I'm doing something. A couple of times I've done 2 loads in a day. And keeping the wheels turning. That's it. You can do
Right.
that in ERF. It's just so if you try. Charlie and I were talking about this because talking to Sue, we figure it's about 10% more empty miles here than it is OTR. And I was trying to play that game of, well, okay,
Easily.
so let's take that 10% and let's say that that was loaded miles, and see what I would have been able to do with OTR. But that's a trap, right, Charlie?
Right. It is.
Because right now, you don't go from load to load to load OTR unless you have a prearranged stack, and you better hope that that thing doesn't fall apart, because if it does, there's nothing else
Right.
right now. So maybe when the market comes back, OTR, I could do better on OTR again. But as it sits right now, ERF, they've got the freight to keep you moving every single day. You're going to move
Right.
something. You're going to move. You're not just going to sit there. We got all these guys stuck in California right now. If you guys have been watching the Facebook today, 2-3 days between loads over there. Ouch.
Yeah, it's crazy. Hey, I want to get this real quick before I lose it off the screen. King said, "Well, I was told my truck just got cleared and released from shop, so I'll start next week. Any tips from someone starting out at Swift flatbed lease?" Where's Alan? Alan.
Yeah, Alan Becker's going to be
why
your
aren't you
go-to
here?
guy on that.
Yeah, definitely reach out to Alan Becker.
He's actually he's building his small fleet, and his next truck, he's telling us, is going to be a flatbed truck. He's going to go back into that arena himself. He's going to drive that truck himself because he likes flatbed.
Right.
The only thing I could tell you for sure, and I don't have the flyer in front of me. So we talked to the division head of the flatbed division when we were in Phoenix, and it seems that you have to live in one of those two triangles.
Right.
Or
it's like Laredo to Indiana to Greer, back down to Laredo. That's the east one, and then what was the west one? It was like
up to from Laredo up to Seattle,
Phoenix,
and then
back.
that was
Yeah.
in Phoenix and back. They've got this really cool thing going on up in Seattle. Some steel works up there. Swift got a huge contract to haul construction rebar for them, and so they're. I noticed last time I was up there, I was like, wow, where did all these flatbeds come up? They're taking up space in the yard where I need a place to park tonight.
Right.
Well, I got my answer. They got a new contract, so there's more flatbed up there now. So that's good for you guys. But yeah, the alternative is to do a Jeff and just don't go home.
Right.
That's the problem. It's not that they can't run you; it's just getting you home and then back out into that lane takes a bit.
Right.
You got a flatbed. That's the only thing that he said about that.
Paul said he was in California and sat for 40 hours. Hey, Paul, you might want to get up there to that Cabela's account, because Ken seems real happy up there. Moved east too soon, Jeff. The Cabela's account out of Tool. How do you say that?
Tooele.
Tooele?
That's where I live. You know that? That's my hometown now.
It figures you live in a place named Tool. I'm just saying. Is paying OTR rates and all miles are paid loaded, even if you come back empty. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, actually, I'll probably be talking to them on the day after Halloween to see if I can run some runs for them, because I got a bunch of medical going on that
nice.
last week in October, and I'm gonna have to wait for glasses to come in and all that stuff. And if I can run some loads for them, like Ken was telling me about, that's perfect, because 1,100 miles, that's a 2-day turn for me.
No doubt.
Dip into California, back out, and then I could get my glasses and reevaluate. That'll be cool.
So Tim says the reason California is dead is a lot of overseas shippers are bringing loads in on the East Coast after the ship's backlog a few months back. King, how do I reach out to Alan? Are you on the Facebooks, man? If you are, tag us there, and we can definitely get you in contact with him and get you guys talking.
We use our real names, so it's really easy to find us.
Yeah, Alan Becker, ALLEN BECKER. Jeff Morton, as it says on his screen there, Jeffrey JEFFREY MORTON, and I'm
like
Charlie Mahon,
salt.
MAHON. That's right, the Morton Salt dude. Brian just did 3377 loaded this week. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
That's more than I did. That's for sure. I did 2200 for the week. That's what I did on my 3 days. Is that right? Is that possible? I think that's right. I'm not even sure. Look, now I'm making up numbers. I lied. 2414. Yep, not a great week. I got forgotten on Thursday. Apparently, someone didn't realize I was supposed to be working that day, so we didn't work. And then Sunday, someone said something along the lines of I didn't get planned in the normal. I'm not going
Waiting.
that route. Someone decided that that I didn't get planned in the normal planning cycle, and they're like, "Well, I thought you normally went home on Sunday." I'm like, "I don't know, you know, for the last years, pretty much we go home on Monday because we do the show Tuesday, and it seems like every other Sunday when someone is planning, I have to tell that person that no, we're working. Shouldn't have to do that. Whatever. Just saying, shouldn't be that damn hard." I'm over it. I'm over it now. Anyhow, that's why I'm looking for a different opportunity from Target because I'm tired of playing those games. For real.
We're here to coach you through that, Charlie.
Exactly. I'm gonna need you guys to guide me on my new journey. You guys, this will be
Going
fun.
OTR after 3 years of surge.
Yeah, four, dude. Isn't that crazy?
You guys should have seen him in Phoenix. You know, they haven't been. He's been in Phoenix twice in the last 12 months. And seeing him and Rosie out there OTR, they're like, man, I don't know what to do. I hope I get a load. I hope I get a load. I'm like, dude, just relax. Talk to Jerry, you'll be good.
Right?
And bam, there you go.
That's funny. It's all good. You know, it's every time you change something for me, well, at least for me, I can tell you, I don't deal well with change. Like I order the same damn thing at Waffle House that I've been ordering there for years since Waffle House stopped selling ribeyes. Any of you who have been around since then know that was a long time ago, and that was my go-to then. Now it's just 2 pork chops, 3 eggs over medium, hash browns with everything but gravy on it. I'm just saying. That's what I order like every time. So I don't dig change. And when I change, I get a little stressed out, get a little amped up and tight, and yeah, I don't know how to do. Gabe said, "What type of camera system is that Alan Becker has that you all mentioned
Yes.
before? I've been shopping around, but not seeing nothing like you said he has. What is it? Falcon Eye?
Falcon Eye dash cams.
Yeah, they make an amazing system.
They have everything from El Cheapo, a couple $100, all the way up to like a $2,000 freaking cloud system.
Yeah,
Just depends on what you want.
Great stuff.
The one I'm gonna get when I get off my duff and actually like do something about it is the one that Alan has in his truck right now, and that's 4 cameras. It's got a black box, like a legit black box that would survive a fiery crash, and records an insane amount of video, like weeks, on its SD card. So
yeah,
that's what
it's
I'm
pretty
after.
amazing. Let's see. What I lost that one. Brian just said he's already done 2,900 for the weekend. Home for a few. We'll see what I find come Monday. Man, you're killing it. Keep doing it. Whatever you're doing, stay doing that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Roland, I'll give you advice. Don't give your empty trailer. Don't give your empty trailer, Charlie. No doubt, man.
Dude, that's no joke. I did. So after a drop delivery at Chewy.com, which that load was just, yeah. Anyway, no empties, of course, and they sent me south of Jacksonville, Florida, to get an empty. They swore up and down that there was an empty at this outlet mall. I get there, and of course, there's not a Swift empty. There's no trailers on the whole property, like at all. So then they sent me to just west of Jacksonville, another 56 miles, and they did have one empty trailer. It was McClenny. No, not McClenny. The DC there for South Florida.
Oh, Brundage.
No.
Yeah.
Brundage is in Alabama, dude.
Oh wait, which one are you talking about?
Walmart DC in Jacksonville area.
Yes, McLean.
Okay, McClenny, whatever. I get them
Whatever.
mixed up. So I got the one and only empty trailer out of there, so I was good. But man, trying to find an empty in the southeast, boy, that's a challenge.
Right.
I did ask them though. I said, so I appreciate all this, and now I can get going, but I have a question for you. When are you getting access to Freight Box? And the response was, they keep telling us that it's coming, but we haven't gotten access yet. Because I'm telling you guys, from what we saw of that thing, once that goes live, that empty trailer search is going to get so much easier.
Right.
Almost unbelievable.
Hey James, what's up, buddy? This is basically the system Alan has.
Mm-hmm.
Right there, $649.97 Falcon Electronics. You go to dashcam.com and get it from those guys right there. Oh, and then you get, a nice little pop-up where here's your 14% off on us. There you go.
Yeah.
Sign up for the email list. Just saying. Options. Just thought I'd throw that up there. That was fun.
Sweet.
Anyhow, let's see. Remove that source.
So
something.
all these messages, Charlie, I cannot let this go.
Go for it.
You guys getting high mileage, that's great. I'm happy for you. What are you making? What's your bottom line? What are you putting in the bank?
Right.
That's what we want to see.
What are you keeping?
There's guys that do 3,500 miles a week and make less than I do on the bottom line doing 2,000 miles a week. No joke. Now, part of that is I don't have a truck payment anymore. So just put that out there. I don't have that $600 truck payment. So my fixed cost at the beginning of the week is $162 is all it is. I mean, I could find that in my couch. So not a bad deal. But also my fuel mileage, how I purchase my fuel, all that stuff. High mileage is great, but what are you actually keeping?
Right.
What's your bottom line?
And what can you do doing what you do to make that bottom line better?
Do what you do like you did what you did.
Whoa, look at Jeff singing, y'all. We're gonna have to capture that bit.
Just what's posted this week, just so you guys are have an idea. I posted 1,200 loaded miles and 400 empty miles. My profit, like after everything, after I filled my ESA card back up and everything, my profit is $1,900 off of 1,200 loaded miles.
Right.
That's what it is. And I got a little uppity earlier today, and I'm gonna do it on the show here. If you guys, and I don't care if you go to NASTIC or something, if you're still on ComData and you're complaining about what fuel costs,
right, you're doing it to yourself.
You're doing it to yourself at this point. You need to find those discounts.
There are options out there. James is scrolling across the bottom of the screen, buddy. It's 0.671 for the national fuel surcharge, and it's 11 cents for the West Coast. Sorry, Jeff.
Yep.
He was asking what the fuel surcharge was this week.
Yeah, and we do hammer on that a little bit, and but there's a reason, because it really is, one of the things we've seen with the ES Advantage card is that when prices go vertical like they did this week, the discounts actually shrink. It's that the price action is too fast and the discounts aren't catching up right away. So if it settles down like it did last time, a few months back ago, was it, Charlie?
Yeah.
It settled down a little bit, and our fuel surcharge was right around that 71 cents for like 3 weeks in a row. Those discounts started getting back to that $1 off at the pump.
God, you remember that 70-cent jump we had that week, and the discounts were like 1-2 cents.
Yeah, it was actually cheaper to go ComData at that point.
Yeah,
because we get that 5 cents off.
Hit the QTs, or even the big 5.
Yeah, so this is about as much of a game changer as we've seen. The playing the fuel game properly will change your business. Period.
And every now and then, Jeff, like for real, I don't know if you catch it or not, but I'll get this random message. The only reason you're pushing this fuel card from ES Advantages, you're probably making money on the side. I'm telling you, we make nothing. We gave up the referral bonus, put it back on the people signing up for the card. We get nothing. We are a customer just like you guys. We've just been bending over to not well, that sounded weird. We've bent over backwards to build a relationship with these guys and explain to them what it is we need, what we're looking for, what kind of things we want in the app. And they've been over 3 times backwards to meet those needs.
So
So
I'll put it in dollars and cents, Charlie. So I know we've had over 100 guys sign up using our QR code.
easy.
But I'm just going to use 100 people just as an easy number. Charlie and I have given up $5,000 in referral bonuses so far. $5,000. That's what we've given up. And the reason is because we have our own thing going on, and we thought that this was a good deal, and we did not,
Right.
we did not want to get caught up in that. Our guys like because that's a legitimate criticism. If someone's making money off of something that
Right.
they're promoting, there's 2 ways to handle that. Either don't take the money, which is the tack we took,
Right.
or put it out there. Yeah, we're making money on this.
Right.
Those are the 2 ways to handle it. We
This
just
is not how we're
chose
making money, that's for sure.
we just chose to handle it with, well, let's just give that $50 referral bonus back to the people signing up.
Right.
So, that gives you a little extra fuel for free. It represented more fuel when we started this.
Right.
Absolutely.
No doubt.
But,
It was right before that 70-cent jump, you know what I mean?
right.
And we're like, oh God, I'm so glad we have this right now.
Mm-hmm.
Anyhow, but yeah, so chat got me.
Uh-oh.
I just can't even help it. Matt, holy crap. Had to change my shorts, had a deer run through the rest area parking lot here in Montana. Look, I'm amazed you got a good signal there in Montana, so congratulations on that all by itself. Brian just said something. I'm averaging 29 cents per mile on fix for the last 2 weeks. ESA card saved me $13.94 over 30 days. So for that, I owe you a hug in a non-gay way. Hey, look, you don't even have to add that. I don't. I'll hug anybody. Look, I'm a hugger. I freak people out. I boundaries. I don't understand them. Whatever. I don't. You should see me. I see David Tiller. I'm like, hey, David. He puts out his hand, and I hug that man. I don't even care. I'm like, whatever. I think the only one I didn't hug at Fleet Week was Kevin Quast, and I think it's just because he knows to stay a little bit further back. Whatever. There's something wrong with me. Oh, let's see. I still run that. Oh, what is this? Friend just I still run that truck fast though, man. Getting 8.4 running heavy on daily though. But okay, so 8.4. I'm not gonna say that's bad. And I'm assuming that you've run the numbers. And what would you make if you were doing 10? Could you still make as much or more? That's something you need to think about. Just gonna throw it out there. Just throwing it out there. That's all. I'm not cracking on you. I'm not beating you up. Just make sure that when you have these types of statements, right? What would the difference be if you were running 10 miles per gallon? 9, 10 and a half, 11? I mean, whatever. What are the numbers? Come up with those numbers and share those, because that would be interesting. Could you still do what you're doing? Could you still run as many loads? Sometimes it could, sometimes it doesn't. You know what I mean? So
yeah, you have to. We advocate slowing down and playing that game, but each operation is different, and there's also this thing where it's your business, man. Right?
right.
I always come back to Alan. Alan will tell anybody Freightliner was the most efficient truck with the least amount of maintenance, but he still drives Kenworth because he wants to.
Right.
So, that's part of the privileges of being an owner operator. You get to make those choices. Nobody's telling you what to do.
Oh, we need to take this one here. This is important. Trucker Dan, I ran 2,449 miles this weekend, putting nothing in the bank. Haven't been putting anything in the bank in a while. Been in negative for a while now.
Ooh,
Dan,
ouch.
I feel your pain. What exactly is going on, brother? What can we?
Please tell me that's a maintenance issue.
Right. And have you spoken to them about maybe trying to offset some of that and stretch it out a little bit? I mean, look, yeah. Normally wouldn't say do that, but if it's been that long, you got to be able to pay the bills at the house too every now and then.
You
So
got to be able to breathe.
for real, otherwise you're gonna destroy yourself mentally and physically and get nowhere. Yeah, and yeah, like Ken said, what's the backstory on that, Dan?
So
Oh, and then Brian.
I'm gonna beat this dead horse a little bit.
Uh-huh.
That is how they pay me. They who? You pay yourself, man.
Where'd that go? I didn't see that.
I just put it up. Are you not seeing it?
No, I stepped over you.
I think about it all the time. I figure if willing to run heavy and still run hard, miles is how they pay me.
Oh, my bad. Duh. My bad.
So there's a difference between them paying you and you paying yourself, though. That's the shifted mindset
Right.
that I like to look at. Is that okay? So Swift pays the truck. In my case, Swift pays Mortco Transportation. They don't pay me; they pay my company, and then I pay myself out of the profits of that business. So if I have more profits, I have more to give myself.
And think about reinvesting some of that into your business.
Mm-hmm.
It's important. That's what I did not do this past year because of playing some poor decisions, health problems, and everything else, which is, what led me to parking Chewy and getting into a brand new truck. I mean, let's be real. Now,
Yep.
mind you, I'm really glad I got into this brand new truck. Like, no joke. It is hands down just amazing for my physical and mental well-being. I don't dig the truck payment. $670 a week is a big ass truck payment. So I'm not a fan of that. However, my fuel mileage is up tremendously. So I think it actually comes out pretty close to a wash overall when it's all said and done. It just hurts a little more when I look at what I made versus what comes out, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of a bummer. But I got to remember that I'm going to have this, $100,000 plus asset at the end of the lease.
And it'll probably be your last truck.
Yeah, God, let's hope, right? I mean, as long as Chewy lasts, I'm hoping this Freightliner does whatever I need it to do. Oh, Trucker Dan, back to Dan. Been dealing with my mom's estate. She passed in February, so I can dig that. I would definitely reach out to them, maybe see if they can help you out a little bit on that, and maybe stretch some of that a little over time, man, just to help get you. You know what I mean? Find some sort of fair middle ground between you and them, and a lot of times they'll do it, man. You just got to talk to them. Oh, Brian said, I pay myself 48 cents a mile no matter what. Okay. He says Swift pays me by the mile. So there you go.
Yeah, Charlie and I have been back and forth about that because he pays himself a salary and I pay myself 68 cents a mile.
Yeah, I pay a
It's
percentage
just
of what the truck makes.
that's just two different ways to do it. I do it because that's what I'm used to.
Mm-hmm.
And also for me, it helps with my maintenance savings plan because on those weeks where I kill it, I'm still just paying myself that 68 cents a mile.
Right.
And as you know, as profits get bigger, the spread is bigger between actual profit and payroll.
Sorry.
And so I could put more money into maintenance or the ESA card, or whatever the case may be, on those really good weeks.
12-year-old keeps taking over my brain.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Victor, what's up, buddy? From Texas, he said. Just sorry. Brian said, you guys have made me think before I jump. Always think before you jump, man. Always, always, always. Because every time I jump without thinking, I usually jump into a lava pit, yo. I mean, just real. So that's a funny thing, Barb. Barb asked if we still at the Walmart account at McClinney, Florida. So we still have drivers running on McClinney,
We
but
do.
running under what you call it, that other company. Which one is it?
Is it Warner?
Werner, thank you. Good Lord. Werner. I don't know why. I see
Well,
trucks going
a blue truck's a blue truck. So,
right.
no offense, Charlie.
Hey, it's all good. It's all good. So yeah. So by the way, the phones are open. If anyone wants to call in, feel free. You guys are more than welcome to call in if you got any questions you want to ask that way. Sometimes it's hard to type up a question and get us to understand it because, well, I'm not a great reader some days. My eyes are shot today, Jeff. I've been in front of the computer like half the day and doing stupid things and
Like playing
these are my
Minecraft.
new glasses. I was playing Minecraft earlier. Don't judge me. I was digging holes. Stop it. Found me some diamonds today. I'm just saying. I was a little happy about that. Whatever. Look, we're going in some weird path here. Anyhow, a rabbit hole? No, it's a Minecraft hole. What? Brian said if weeks suck due to home time, I don't pay me. Well, that's a choice you make. Yes, got to pay the truck before you pay yourself. You're absolutely right. Take care of the business.
So, here's an idea for you. It's not something that I am able to do yet, but I'm working towards it. Start paying yourself PTO when you're on home time.
Yes. Is that personal time off or paid time off? What's the
paid
actual?
time off?
Okay. I've never had that. I don't know.
So the way I'm going to do it, and I probably won't be able to start it until after the first of the year, but I'm going to take the average of my last tour. So for me, that's anywhere between 3 and 6 weeks usually.
Right.
And that's what I'm going to pay myself on home time.
Nice.
It takes
steady.
it takes a next level, the next level type of financial planning to do that. I'm finding out because, when I formed the LLC, I told Charlie I was going to do this. And I still haven't been able to do it because I keep spending money when I shouldn't be spending money. You know how it is.
Right.
But if you plan it out and you run your finances properly, you should be able to do that. And thing is that PTO is not subject to self-employment tax.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Man,
that's a benefit, not income. It's not regular income. It's a benefit income. So there you go.
Wow, I learned something today.
That's one of those ways, like how you can do the draw and you only pay income tax on that. You don't pay all the FICA stuff like that. It's like that. It's just under a different thing.
Okay. Well, okay. So I'll ask you this then. Is there a benefit to paying PTO versus the draw?
Probably not.
Okay.
Other than it looks cool. I like.
Right.
I could tell people, well, my company pays PTO. Does yours?
Right. I dig it. Hey man, whatever.
It's like my standard line when people complain that we don't get bonuses. I'm like, well, Morton Transportation pays me bonuses.
Right.
I don't know. We don't work for Swift, guys.
Dirt Dart Express Transportation bought Rosie a badass laptop. I'm just saying.
Yep.
And I'm talking a badass laptop, like for real. Better than my damn desktop that I just built before that.
So good that she never gets to use it because Charlie's always hogging it when they're on the road.
Well, that was okay. So that was our deal. She gets it for home office use. I get it for road office use. You see, that was fair. Come on, how often am I actually on the road when I have the computer? So let's be real.
So you have to be careful with this tax stuff, though, because the IRS tax code says that you must pay yourself a reasonable wage, and what that reasonable wage is depends on. I can't get anybody to actually answer that question.
Right.
accountants will hum and haw about it. They'll tell you, well, no, I don't know. That's why I'm asking you.
Dude, I
It's
had a
almost
tax lawyer tell me flat out, you shouldn't be paying yourself more than 30 grand a year.
really.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't know about that. And this guy was like legit tax lawyer, like
Was he willing to go into the audit with you?
absolutely.
Okay.
Told me I was stupid for paying myself more. I'm like, well, okay, that's
Well,
fine.
he's
whatever.
probably right though. But you and I have talked about this before. Is that danger of being audited and what a
Right.
pain in the ass that is, and that. So one of the criticisms of like an ATBS type service is, well, they don't let me tax deduct this. They don't let me tax deduct that. Well, what they're doing is they know what the triggers are for audit,
Right.
and that's the game they're playing. They're trying to keep you from being audited.
Right.
That's their whole in their business. You talk to them, that's what they do. If you do get audited, they're there for you, but they just don't want you to get audited. Period.
Right.
So sketchy things like clothing and stuff like that people like to tax deduct because they're business owners. That's actually a trigger for being audited.
Right.
Believe it or not. And so ATBS just says, well, unless it's required safety equipment for your operation or this or that, we're not going to do that.
Right.
So
Jess Trucking wants him to get a PTO and 4 crews out of Port Canaveral per year.
There you
could
go.
probably swing part of that. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Like legit. Got to figure out a way to discuss business on that Port Canaveral or on that cruise. There's a way to do that. And I'm thinking, no, see, if you don't work that right, okay, if you don't work that right, that cruise would actually be taxable.
Yep. So this is something this is actually an interesting one. I don't geek out on taxes like I used to, but so there was a thing back in the 80s into the 90s where people were literally going on these like $20,000 cruises and stuff.
Yeah.
And tax deducting it because they went to one seminar on the boat.
Right.
And this is one of those things that Reagan did, said, no, we're not doing that anymore. If you guys don't know the history of it, one of the things that Reagan did when he was president was he scrapped the entire tax code and had it rewritten because we had this crazy like 85-90% tax rate for the upper crust, but nobody
Right.
ever paid that. They actually paid closer to 40% after all of their super slimy deductions like $20,000 cruises.
Right.
It's like, well, let's just charge them 45% then. So that's one of the things that happened during the 80s. And I was born in 73, so I barely remember that whole fiasco, but I remember my parents. They were the type of people that talked about this stuff at the dinner table.
Right.
And what a crazy roller coaster it was while that was going on. I mean, the tax rates went down to almost nothing. Then they got raised like 15 times, and then they went back down because they couldn't figure out what that. So taxes, man, taxes.
Yeah, be careful what you try to write off. Make sure that you can legitimize it. Maybe speak to your tax person, your accountant, your tax lawyer, your business lawyer, those sort of people, because they're the ones that are going to those audits with you. I'm just going to throw it out there. Hopefully they're willing to go with you. Hey, Mike Henderson, he says, just an off-topic question. Are you still listening to Expeditionary Force? Abso-freaking-lutely. I'm on book 4, and I am loving this series, and Skippy is just awesome. Can I just say that? Joe Bishop and Skippy are mad entertainment. And
so just so you guys know, I've gotten Charley hooked on 2 audiobook series that are fiction, which is not his normal listening habit.
Full disclaimer, I nerd out on audiobooks. I figure while I'm driving down the road, I should learn something, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I listen to business books and things on accounting. Every now and then I listen to physics and things. I don't recommend doing physics while you're driving because no, it's not even that. It's that you want to write stuff down. You cannot do that. That's bad. I'm just throwing it at. Don't write while you're driving. It's just a bad idea. Anyhow, but then he got me turned on to the Survivalist series by A American, and that series. You know what? I felt like that was a training manual for when bad things happen. Just going to throw it out there. When the world goes to hell, you need to have heard that whole series. I'm just throwing it out there. And Expeditionary Forces, this is just pure damn entertainment. Like, I love this series, and I'm on book 4, and I think there's 15, Jeff.
There'll be
And
15 in December. Yeah.
and I'm like sad because I'm like, I'm gonna run out of books before they put out enough books for me to keep up. And I'm like, oh my god, because I literally listen like most of my driving shift, or I'm talking on the phone with Jeff or someone, one of you guys on the phone. Other than that, I'm listening to these damn books. Like, it's to the point now where I go out in the morning, smoke a cigar when I'm home, and I used to not listen to my audiobooks at home. I was like, well, I want to stay there for when I'm on the road. Nope. First thing in the morning, man, I hit play, smoke my cigar, drink my coffee, and watch the world go by, and it is amazing. So
Yeah,
yes, I am still listening.
So yesterday this happened. So the weirdest thing, Rosie answered his phone. So I just didn't know what to do with that.
That was great.
But she tells me, I'll have him call you. He's inside. We're at our last dock. I'll have him call you when he's done. Frickin' 5 hours later, he's like, man, I'm sorry. I got listening to Expeditionary Force again. I totally forgot about you.
Totally. Forgot about the world. Seriously. Ken Kelly knows this well. He was, middle-aged then. Sorry, brother. I can't help it. I love you, Ken. Oh, my bad. He said the finance in the 80s were nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Brian just said, DeSantis, okay, I'll stop now. I'm just sharing what people are saying. Don't. I'm not going that route. I apologize. Whatever. Barb Wright said 800 miles this week due to the breakdown and still made $33. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Hell yeah.
A win.
And Barb, exactly. Fuel mileage makes a big difference. Yeah, serious jet. Brian Jess. 800 to get positive is solid. Be right for real. Mm-hmm. Homefront, I think book 7 is really good. Nice. Mm-hmm. Sean, go Bear Grylls. Look, man, you should listen to that series. I bet you'll dig it. The Survivalist series, Sean. Seriously, look it up. American.
Yeah, on Audible,
you will dig it.
There's only like 200 different series with that same name, so make sure it's the American one.
Right.
And contrary to what the like Goodreads says, the A in American actually stands for angry. It's not author American. It's not anything else. It's angry American. And the author, I can't remember his real name, but the author is actually a legitimate like instructor.
That's what I was just
teaches he teaches people how to survive when stuff goes south, like Katrina or whatever. He's not necessarily a doomsday guy like in his private life, but he is concerned. He teaches people how to. Let's say Katrina wipes out your neighborhood. What are you going to do?
Right.
Do you know how to get out of there? Can you protect yourself? Can you eat? All that stuff. So that is all the stuff that's in those books is from his other profession that he puts into this cool story.
Yeah, they're amazing. Like, seriously, sorry we're geeking out on this stuff, but I can't. Oh man, when I find things that make me happy, I have to talk about them. I have to share them with as many people as I can. Otherwise, I'll explode. It's just how it is.
Gordon Ramsay burgers.
Oh my god! Anybody going to Vegas? I don't care. Park your truck. Go find a place. Park your truck. Go to Gordon Ramsay Burgers and eat that. Look, Sean Holloway. He could tell you. Matt Wright, he could tell you. Yep. Alan Becker ate there. Jeff ate there. Rosie ate there. Jeff and I had like tears in our eyes eating that burger.
Mm-hmm. It was weird.
Oh my god, it was amazing. Sean's in Jurupa Valley. Oof. Jurupa Valley is like $8 per gallon. Really?
Is it really? I haven't even looked.
It can't be. That would make me so sad. Never buy fuel in California again. Oh, hey, if you guys got questions, throw them up. Otherwise, we're just going to keep chit-chatting your ears off. And, yeah. So, Jeff, you missed it. So, when I started the show earlier, there was like a full-blown conversation going on. So, apparently, a bunch of these guys were together before the show started. And they were chatting away in the YouTube chat, which I couldn't see, of course, till I hit go live. And there was like, I started I'm like, what does that even mean? There was like this whole conversation going on. I was so lost. I'm like, I feel so left out. Like I'm not part of the cool kids. So I thought that was cool though that people are getting together before the show even and chatting
Yeah.
in the YouTube chats. I thought that. By the way, you know what? Wait, stop. I got to do this. You guys that were chatting, I'm sure all of you probably hit the thumbs up before the show even went live, right? And I know you're subscribed because you got the notification that the show is going live today early. So, there you go. You got the notification. You're subscribed. But anyone else, if you haven't subscribed and you're new to the channel, what we do is we try to help contractors do better here at Swift Transportation and other places. So, if you're thinking about coming over here and a lot of the things that we do guide folks on translates into other companies and operations and that sort of thing. So, hey, click on that subscribe button, hit the bell so you get the notifications when we go live or we put out a pre-recorded video on like how to change airbags, which I know I need to get that edited. Oh my God. And yeah, we will get that up soon. But hey, hit those thumbs ups, guys, because we need those. We seriously need those likes. Not because we just want to feel cool, but because it helps us reach more people. So that would be a tremendous help if you guys could do that for us. So if you haven't done it already, push the little thumb button on your screen right here, right? I don't know where it is. It could be anywhere. I don't know. I don't even know where it is right now. I'm like,
So yeah, the last fuel prices I have is from last night. Lathrup's was at $7.23 today.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And what was the other one? Rurupa, $7.21.
That's ridiculous.
Rurupa.
Yeah, right?
Got it.
Anthony McHugh. Anyone have electric dash lights go off due to a dead battery? And he said, all my def codes went on and off. Shop found a dead battery and all def items tested good. That's crazy.
Okay.
What kind of truck is that?
Well, in that def system, though, if there's a low voltage situation, the sensors won't register properly. So that could be why.
Look at Sean poking. Still sitting, Sue. Just saying. LOL. I don't think she's here, man. Sue, if you're here, Sean Holloway wants to fight you.
We'll do that. We'll do that pay-per-view thing, man.
God,
We've been talking about
cage match. In this corner, wearing turquoise spandex tights with lace trim, Sean Holloway. My bad. Hey, 18 Cascadia with a Cummins. Oh, that's right. I remember reading that. I apologize. I don't know. Cummins. Some people love him. Not this guy. I'm sorry. I apologize. Let me just get out of there before I talk myself into some bad place. If running ERF, call John Drew's indicator at 02 or around the middle of the night. Well, you know what? That guy is like legit, John. He's another one he's kind of a no BS dude. Like if he's got stuff, he'll run you. If he doesn't, he's gonna tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I don't know, Sean. I don't know what to tell you, man. Get out of California. Not really. Maybe I'm not kidding. Maybe I'm being real. Really, not really. What? She could be creeping, Sean. I don't know. Sometimes she does that. She's just like in the background. She's like, hey, not going to talk today. And then all of a sudden, bam!
True.
She gets you. She'll chime in on something you said like 10 minutes ago because she got this terrible lag. I'm sorry, Sue. I can't help but pick on you. She's going to punch me right in the throat one day. Hopefully after my neck is healed completely. That would be good. 1 year from August 23rd, just saying. Please, not till then. That would be awesome. Jeff's looking at fuel prices. I bet you.
Mm-hmm.
Let's watch him look at them. Everybody watch him
intensely. See what they are tomorrow. And Rurupa tomorrow is $7.25.
Our millions of viewers, Jeff, are watching you.
It'll be $7.25.7 tomorrow in Rurupa. So up a few pennies.
Yeah, it's Jarupa, whatever.
727 in Lathrop, so not as big of a jump. Mm-hmm. That whole West Coast just freaking bothers me, man.
Sue, Sean called you a creeper. Just saying. What?
What?
What? I didn't run tattle to mommy. Stop it. What? That's weird. This is going really weird. Hey, Gabe said, Charlie, didn't you make a video on one time about changing the fuel report into the format that Swift needs it done by? If so, could you post that on Facebook? So it's on the Facebooks. It is at the top of the groups. Let
It's
me
in the
go to
announcement
that
section.
group. Right. Let me find exactly where I need to be. At the top of the group, you go to featured. And let's see. Oh, it's the third one in. So in the featured tab at the top of the group, you'll see the first one says so we keep getting questions about what the pay period is for contractors. The next one is updated Q3 IFTA card. If you click the little arrow that points to the right from there, the next one that pops up, it says, okay, folks, not the best quality, but, and yeah, it's the new cash fuel purchase report steps. So it's right there. It's the third video or the third link over there, and that'll take you straight to the video. Or you could look on the YouTubes. And on the YouTubes, under the regular video tab, it is the very first video at the top.
Trevin Jones is the one I was talking to.
Trevin,
yesterday.
see, I knew it. I thought it was Trevor. I was close, right?
You were closer than me.
Man.
I think why I thought it was John Southern is because his code is Jonet.
Right.
Jonet, Jonet. Planner out of Atlanta.
Seems legit.
But yeah, I
we've
mean,
heard good thing about that dude.
Yeah, our driver leader, Dana, was like, oh, yeah, he's legit. So if he says that that's what you need to do, keep moving, do it.
It says he
I'm
actually
like,
cares
okay.
about stuff.
Yeah, weird.
Right? Who does that?
So this is Sue and I were talking about what I do and versus how she trains her owner operators. And so here's the thing about our driver leader, our OOC Dana Nelson out of Troutdale. So she's like this totally like connected in the company person, which is good and bad, I'm going to say, because Charlie and I were talking about this. But what Sue is training me to do is be a little more independent, knowing who the contacts are myself. With Dana, it's like, Dana, I'm not moving. And she's like, hold on. And she like calls all these people that she's known for 200 years. And I have no idea who these people are. Dana, on Dana's fleet, she is the contact because she just knows everybody. She's been around that long. So it's a different experience. There's some growing pains for me on this, but it's like a lot of things. We've talked about things Charlie and I have experienced that made us better at what we do. This is one of those things. I'm building my own contacts over here. I'm talking to these people myself instead of, hey, Sue, I'm not doing anything. Help, So that's one of the differences between the way the two people work, and I'm digging it. I really am.
Hey, Gabe, I sent you in the chat. I put a link directly to that video because I just saw that you're not actually in the Facebook group yet. So as soon as we get you in the group, that it'll be where I said it was. You just can't get to it yet. But there is a link right there you could click on, I believe, and it should take you over there. So save that for later or something. And you'll have access to that video. But it is right there at the top of our video list, I believe. It was like the last video we put out, static video that wasn't a live one. Does that make sense? Sorry. Yeah. Brian just says Jonet is solid for real. Gave me the option to go
home.
You saw me logging up, right? Look, hey, if you want to go ho, you go ho. You do you. I'm just saying.
Just don't get caught. Don't get caught because the Pope will seize your truck.
Right. Give me the option to go home and run 2,800 miles with 34 in the middle. Ran those miles and ho. There you go. He ran the miles and ho. I'm just saying. Whatever. Hey, you do you. I ain't judging. You do you. We're gonna get canceled somehow by something somewhere.
Hey, we may have another guy for Alan. There you go.
Right. Right. Oh my God. Sage Freak, where are you? Just saying. Anyhow, I feel like I need to pick on Brown Allen, but I shouldn't. And I shouldn't call him Brown Allen on here, should I? Is that wrong? I don't know.
Probably.
It's a
You're gonna.
descriptor.
It's gonna the YouTube algorithm's gonna pick up on that and slap us. Oh, so a little update about Vegas, by the way. We
Right.
have 2 semi-confirmed speakers so far. Beyond Alan doing his maintenance thing, we got Sue Smith, which we're still hammering out what they're going to speak about. We're trying to get Sue to speak about, the building your own fleet, because she did that successfully at Swift.
How to go about that, when to make that step out if that's what it is you want to do, that sort of thing.
And our OC, Dana Nelson, has also agreed to speak to the group. And so just to let you guys know what her background actually is, she's never personally been a driver, but she did used to own her own brokerage firm. That's what part of the business she came from before she was at Swift. And so she'd be a good one to ask some of these questions you guys are asking. Hey, where's the freight? What's going on? Because, when I get into a conversation with her about the market and what the spot market's doing, dude, that's a conversation that I eventually end up saying, I need to go to bed so I can safely drive tomorrow.
Right.
She gets into that. So
seriously. Let's see. What did he say? He said something. There you go. Jeff, Irvington, Mobile, Seymour, St. James, Neely's, Union City, Brookshire, Pompano Beach. You're smart enough to figure this out. There you go.
Okay.
Irvington. That was one yesterday.
Irvington to Seymour is the one I'm doing right now.
Right. Matt said fuel is cheaper outside the terminals in California. I fueled up in Williams, California, and fuel was $6.50 a gallon. There you go. Sean Holloway, Vegas, baby. That's what we're talking about. God, I can't wait for April. Hope life is better then.
Life is better now, man. Your freaking neck don't hurt anymore.
Right. Look, I know, right? CW said the 1.9s are cheaper in Arizona than fuel anywhere in California. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I can't.
This is not gonna.
I know a hope.
This is not gonna die.
No. But I didn't marry one, nor am I one. Wait. I got jokes and I can't say them. Did you see the lockup? The gears ground in my brain. Just stop. There's probably smoke underneath these earphones right now. I'm just saying. Oh my gosh. Stop it. Stop it. Oh my gosh. Lisa said, enjoy Vegas. I'll be running loads. Hey, that's cool too.
You do you.
Hopefully we'll have some stuff on the interwebs for you afterwards. We're hoping to be able to share some of this stuff after this whole event goes on. Bits and pieces. Of course, we can't put the whole thing on there. So, you're definitely going to miss something. Just saying. Gabe, it is the Contractors Corner Consulting Group private Facebook group.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw that you are not on that group yet. You might be pending. Maybe you sent a request already and I just haven't got it yet. I don't know.
Yeah, we do keep that one pretty tight. No corporate types, no non-Swift types in there, because we when we started the group, we figured we needed a place to not have all the corporates. What? We needed a place where our customers not looking over our shoulder while we discuss our own business.
God.
So,
look, it was CW's fault. He can bounce his head like a blonde and lose his train of thought. Look, CW said that, not me. I'm not. Yeah, throw you out there. I'm just saying.
Are you saying we need to get Charley a nice sweater with some shoulder pads? Ken Kelly knows what I'm talking about. He grew up. He was there in the 80s.
I still have some 80s sweaters somewhere. Wool knitted sweaters. I might. You know what? Wait, I take that back. I might have actually tossed them. Like I actually had a pretty immense sweater collection for a while. I was living multiple lives at the time. I'm just saying. One day I'm looking like a punk rocker or something, and the next day I'm in a sweater and some parachute pants. Whatever. What? Don't judge. It was the time.
Everybody had parachute pants back in the day.
Whoop whoop.
Parachute pants and a plaid shirt. That was me.
Oh my god. I could see you in paisley for some reason, like big, bold paisley. Is that
Never my
wrong?
thing.
Huh. Like a white butterfly collar, maybe. Huh.
I always thought pastries looked like something out of health class, if you know what I mean.
I'm like trying to imagine you in these things that I'm thinking right now. Like I'm staring at you, and it is great. God, I wish I
You
could
should have seen
draw.
me. You should have seen me in middle school with my hair down to here and my earring and all that stuff.
Sean said, "Charlie, quit distracting Jeff while he talks." Look, he's usually the focused one. I'm just saying, we're in trouble. If I got him sidetracked, it's all over. We've gone off the rails for real. Speaking of rails, dude, someone should explain to me sometime how to build like rails and stuff in Minecraft, so I don't have to YouTube stuff. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Whatever. That's weird. Even 100, right? Just bounced it. Even 107 miles empty to Edwardsville in to get you back to Atlanta area is pretty solid, Jeff. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Look, you're getting some tips from Brian Jess on this
Yeah.
Earth thing. So, yeah, Brian seems pretty tied in.
Yeah.
locked
So
in.
what the plan is right now, I think, because I have to go back on the OTR contract to get home,
Right.
and I'm not sure how often they'll let me bounce in and out of this deal. So I'm going to be talking with the people that make those decisions in the next couple of weeks and find out. Because what I think I really need to do, as you guys know, I'm not beyond spending like a full quarter out on the road. Of course, when I go home, I'll spend a month at home, and then it'll be like
Right.
I didn't make any money at all. But
Right.
it is what it is. So what I might do
Balance.
is bounce and maybe do the Cabela's for a little while, because that seems to be something right now. And then come the first of the year, just like spend an entire quarter over here doing my thing and see what the numbers look like after I've figured it out, so to speak.
Right.
Because yeah, I mean, I'm getting good tips, and I'm building my network over here, and yeah, we'll see how that pans out when I'm more in the know too.
Yeah, you definitely got to give it a shot. I mean, to give yourself time to learn the ins and outs. I mean, on any new account, whether it's ERF, whether it's Target, whether it's Walmart, Cabela's, whatever, you got to learn the ins and outs. I mean, it's almost as bad as swapping companies. You got to learn how they want you to run,
Right.
what's the best way to do things, and all that. So,
Well, it is just like that, because like we were talking to Sue when we were at the terminal over there. Each terminal is, in fact, as far as Swift is concerned, its own little business. And so
right,
each of these terminals, that's why you guys see, well, that's not the way Edwardsville does it when you're in Decatur, Georgia. And Decatur's like, I don't care. That's the way we do it here. so yeah, and anytime you make a semi, anytime you make a semi large move, it comes with a certain amount of BS, right?
right,
Whether it's moving companies, moving accounts, whatever. So all companies, accounts, what have you, have their own brand of BS. The question is, which brand of BS can you work with and make the most money? That's what you got to look at.
right.
And
I'll take
not,
the hookup, Sean. Sorry.
and not, get violent in the process, because there's that.
Well, and CW actually makes a good point here. Planners have to get to know you to trust you.
Mm-hmm.
They have to see how you run. Some planners, I've seen this on some accounts where they won't run you hard at all because they don't know if you're going to make loads on time, or if you're a 5-hour drive guy and just stop for the day, or if you're an 11-hour driver. Oh my God, you're going to explode. And stop it.
Those who know.
Right.
Or if every Tuesday you do a short day because you do this stupid show that nobody cares about.
Right.
And they're
What
like,
do you
wait,
mean?
dude, you had 6 more hours. I'm like, yeah, I had a show to do.
Right.
Sorry.
Oh,
That is literally
Everybody
today,
cares
by
about
the
this
way,
show. There's
Charlie.
millions of them.
That's literally today, by the way, Charlie.
Right.
Other
I
than
know.
my gastrointestinal issues I've been having.
Look, I thought we weren't going to talk about that. Look,
You
you went
talked
there and
about
you-
hose, and you won't talk
I
about
did
that.
not. That was Brian just talking about the hose. I'm just saying how he wanted a hoe and he didn't marry a hoe, but he knows a hoe. I don't know. Look, there's whatever. Hey, you do you, brother. I ain't gonna judge. I'm just saying. Sean said he needs help with expedited. Do you need help or do they need help? I need help on expedited. I don't know.
I think that he caught wind that you were trying to make that move over to expedited instead of the target.
Yeah, it could be. What you need help with expedited, Sean?
Well, what Charlie really wants is he wants to run that coach load out to Phoenix and then immediately
Shut
turn
your mouth.
around and get a Ross load back to home. I mean,
Giving up
that's
my
that's the only thing that he's interested in. He's not interested in anything else. He's going to quit if he doesn't get that.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna get on the Swift drivers group and complain about that very thing right there.
Well, yeah, there's that.
Lord.
There is that. What's that load in Atlanta too that goes to Phoenix that you and I were
Ooh,
getting off the load board?
that would
That
be
was a
amazing.
that was a Swift Logistics load, guys. So we're not giving anything away or anything, but yeah, there was a
East Point,
Swift Logistics load going from East Point, Georgia, all the way to Phoenix, and it was a solo load. Although, if you were a team, you could deliver it early. So,
Or you
that
could
was a
dump it
good.
there and go run something else.
Mm-hmm.
They'd let you T-call it, go run something else if you couldn't get them to take it early, and go run Costco for 2 days and then make the delivery. Just
Mm-hmm.
saying. East Point, Georgia to Phoenix, I believe is what it was. And it was Chick-fil-A like straws and lids and stuff like that.
Yeah,
It
the
was
thing
super light.
it never weighed over 10,000 pounds. As a matter of fact, there was one time where I was like, "Yeah, I'm doing this." It was that first time that we were all headed out to Phoenix, and Charlie was like, "Oh, you got that one? You bad person."
Right. Oh, so Sean's sitting a lot on the expedite stuff. Yeah, it's the market right now, man. Honestly, I don't know. I mean, I know we've been saying that here and there, and we're in kind of a. I don't even think it's that rough a patch as opposed to some other years, but it looks like the end of the world compared to the last 3 years. Does that make
Right.
sense? Because the
And
last 3 years have been phenomenal.
I'll quote another president here, Bill Clinton. See, I could do Democrats and Republicans. I'm down the middle.
What?
It's the economy, stupid.
Oh, my bad. I thought
I
you were
wasn't
going somewhere else.
I wasn't going to the Lewinsky cigars. No.
Oh, I was not even going to call names because I feel like we'll get sued for something. I don't know. Somehow, some way, someone's going to sue me. I'm just saying. 3 triangle plan would be amazing, right? Like seriously, Sean. Seriously.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I'm trying to find a 1 week ruler. Does that make better sense?
Mm-hmm.
I want to go out and back. Like seriously, CW got that. I want to go out and back because I really, I don't know that you guys care. It's me that cares. I like doing the show right here at my desk on my computer. I just like the stability of it because there's a lot of stuff that I do in the background as far as getting the show ready and things like that, and just having it ready and up to a standard that even granted my upper standard is probably other people's, like they're like, this is garbage, but still I like doing it here because I get a little more freedom to do what I need to do, more computing power, although now with Rose's laptop and all that. But anyhow, I like doing it here. I feel more grounded here. I don't know, it's weird. So James said, "Oh, good. I seen a freight map one day. There was a lot of red out there. There is a lot of red out there right now. Seriously. And my last 2 loads were under 500 miles. Sean said, at least 1 day downtime. That sucks.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, and it's rough. And Sean and his wife are hard runners. They want to make some miles. So I get that. I don't want to run that hard. Seriously, you guys know that. I'm trying to find that out and back type load that I can leave on Thursday still and make it home by yeah, Monday night, Tuesday morning, so we can still do the show. I'm pretty set on my schedule. I like it. I don't want to change the schedule. I think you guys dig the Tuesday thing. I don't know. I know some people have set their clocks by it, so of course those clocks are 1 or 2 minutes slow sometimes. Whatever. Has anyone been to Rocky Ebb in Hopewell? Lisa asked. I don't know what that is.
No.
Matt said he got a message that said, you'll want to stay away from California. Hardly any freight coming out. I'm working to find a load out of California before I get there.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Reach out to Jerry if you need to. I'm just saying.
Hey, why don't you throw that number up there?
You mean this magic number right here that says owner operator planners?
Mm-hmm.
You mean that one there?
That's the one.
That's the one.
I think we've got enough new people in the group that they haven't gotten that information yet because we started getting questions about it again. So I'll just throw that up there for you guys.
Yeah, there are 3 owner operator planners, although they're OOFs.
It's a bit. I don't want to get into it because it makes me kind of not happy. But technically, they're not supposed to be doing that job. They're supposed to be doing a different job. But they are what they are. Part. They are doing what they're doing now, and it's a benefit to us. So, yeah,
absolutely. But there's one in the west. That's Jerry White. We have one in the central region, which is Coretta. What's her last name?
I don't remember.
Why do I feel like she's Coretta White?
She's going to call and yell at you.
And Omar Higgins on the East Coast. Anyhow, I'm sorry, Coretta. I can't remember. But if you call that number, it'll say, hey, press 1 for the west, press 2 for central, press 3 for east. So you just call depending on which region you're in and reach out to those people and tell them, hey, I need to go here. Don't call them and be like, I just need a load. Tell them where you want to go. That's the way they like to
Tell them
operate.
what your plan is, what you want to do. When I'm talking, especially with Coretta, because she's really big on this have a plan thing.
Right.
I don't necessarily tell her that I want to go here. I say, okay, I've got this much time left in my little tour, and I need to do this for this week to round out the rest of my week. What do you got? Because generally, until it's time for me to go home, I don't care where I go in the United States.
Right.
I really just don't, as long as I can get out.
Right.
So that means no West Coast right now, and she knows that. So she doesn't send me over there, but she'll do these crazy stacks though. She's like, it sounds like you've got about another 1,500 miles you need to round out your week. Let's see what we could get. Okay, here's a 300 miler, a 500 miler, and a 700 miler back to back. Here you go, all dropping hooks. Okay, thanks.
Right.
So.
asked. Sorry. Sean, are you accepting everything planners send you? If not, the expedited planner sending it, call them and verify. It will get you into an area they can get you out of before accepting. Sean said, yes, that is part of my process. If not ours, I called before accepting. Sean said. Brian said, gravy. I clicked on the wrong one. He said, Charley, center line to Orlando, 101 and gravy. What? Gravy hoe? What? I'm just great. Oh my gosh. Here we go. Keep telling Anna Marie. Oh, you guys are hurting my head today. Keep telling Anna Marie to let us know who is working each day so we can MAC 13 the ones working without calling every load. That would be, yeah, they're talking that stuff. Gabe said it is Coretta White. See, look, I wasn't off.
You know what? It's because it's Jerry White and Coretta White, and that just doesn't sound right.
Right? And did Jerry just marry Coretta?
I don't think so.
That was awkward silence. That was fun. At this point, I have home time the 14th through 16th north of Dallas, Texas. There you go, man. Look, I don't know. I can't give you good information on that stuff right now because that's not what I'm doing. So I apologize for that. But there are some people out here. I mean, clearly we got good people in the group, guys. So definitely be out here networking with one another because that's what the group's about. We got to help each other out. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the phones are open if any you want to call. Anyone who missed the fuel surcharge, I'm going to throw that back up right now. But if you want to call 813-548-3722, that's 813 live FCC. Anyhow, and the fuel surcharge is rolling across the bottom now in case you missed it. Jeff is looking up in the.
Speaking of hose.
What? Stop it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Normally I have my blinders on, but y'all got me focused.
Oh my gosh. It's scary out there, y'all.
Big old petrol. What else you expect? So here's an interesting thing too, the truck stops down here. So this is something that I find interesting because it doesn't happen everywhere. Okay. But like there's got to be another 90, 100 parking spots at this truck stop.
Right.
And yet there are like 15 trucks just blocking the entrance right now with their curtains drawn and asleep. And it's just like, dude, there's parking right there.
Right. No, it's too far away, Jeff.
I guess. But it's bizarre to me.
Excuse me. I am having like a sinus thing happen. It's killing me. Oh, ding dong and how hose. What are you? Oh my God. Sean, it's never going away, is it?
Nope. It started a thing.
Jeff getting that commercial. Oh my God, that would never happen. That'd be funny though. Anyhow, I'm going to a special place. Y'all need to stop. You're gonna get me in trouble. Jeff's gonna talk bad about me later. I'm gonna get a talking to after the show. It's like going to the principal's office. You guys just don't understand. He's like, "Why did you say that? What's wrong with you, man?" And then he's like, "Oh, you're so going to hell." And I'm like, yep.
I'm just gonna text Sue and say, hey, you need to watch the show, and just leave it at that, and then Charlie will get a phone call.
Right? For real. Oh my gosh. Sean. You creeping me too, Jeff? How you know I'm at the Petro? Jeff's at a Petro in Alabama. You're at a Petro in the People's Republic of California.
Yes.
You couldn't be much further away. But oh my God, stop it, y'all! Look, you need to quit. I feel so compelled to click on that. Stop it. Anyhow, I'm just gonna scroll past.
Oh my goodness.
I don't even know what to do.
So, what other business stuff can we talk about?
I look, Lisa's got it right. GTA 5 time. Lisa, you know what? Get out there, play those games. Enjoy your downtime, y'all. I think we're going to call this thing a wrap because we're at an hour and a half and we are going to dark places. And I just feel like we're going to lose somebody and it's going to be all my fault because I can't be trusted and I've got a 12-year-old controlling me.
Well, you're being influenced by your grandkids that are now living at your house.
Look at this. I just don't even know. I got so many inappropriate things to say right now. I'm fighting it. Sean, keep your fat finger out of the ho-hos. What? Gabe.
Yeah, absolutely, Gabe.
Yes, Jeff.
So, I was telling Charlie, and again, this is another one of those, not just planning your day, but planning your finances. I'm at a place now to where dropping that $18 to pay for a parking spot doesn't even freaking face me. It's just a cost of doing business.
Right.
That
so much peace of mind.
That now I want to say though, because some of you guys are, we almost went rated R. Anyway, F that, but it wasn't always that way for me, but I have gotten to that point. And, when you start looking at all the factors that motivated me to get to where I am today, the pay to park thing was a factor, not a very big one, barely on the radar, but that was a factor. I wanted to be able to say, I know I'm going to be at that TA tonight at about 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. There's not going to be a parking. And there I have parking. I love being able to do that. So think about that too. You know, we've talked about when they first started doing that. You remember those arguments, Charlie, when they first started doing the reserve parking thing, and guys just lost their minds.
Right.
It's like, well, here's the way I think about that. Okay, well now you have to pay to park at all these. You know, the Petro in Effingham, Illinois, dude, that place is like 90% pay to park. That's crazy. So if you want to park there, guess what? Chances are you're gonna have to pay. But you
Right.
know, when we didn't have to pay to park, how many times did you guys go in and buy a Snickers bar, or did you just park and use the bathroom and leave?
Right.
These are businesses. You know, they're not there just to provide us with a parking spot. And
Yeah.
so how
A
it's
lot of
gone
time.
business wise, they started charging for parking because hey, you know, they got to make money.
Right.
So
Keep those guys in business, y'all. Seriously. I mean, look. So here's a funny thing. Like Rosie and I will hit these little mom and pops, duck in to use the restroom. We do not leave those little mom and pops without buying a couple of sodas and a bag of chips, whether we want the sodas or chips or not. At least something, you know what I mean? Contribute to that business, help keep them in business so that they're there for you when you need them. Just saying, be there for them, they'll be there for you. And too many of them are not being
I'm
supported
just
by us.
gonna say this is not very Texan of Sean, but okay. Have you been in California too long? Are you getting all hippie on us there, bud?
Right? Did you go vegan, Sean? I'm just saying. What? I'm not saying there's
Ooh.
anything wrong with that, but whatever.
Well, you're the one that likes that Impossible Burger at Burger King, so I don't know about that.
No, but I do look. There are these impossible meatballs. They are freaking amazing. Like I don't even know. I was baffled when I found out there's no meat. But not I don't go to Burger King anyhow. So you shut up. You shut your mouth. You're not the boss of me. You're not my real mom. You can't tell me what to do. Oh my God. You know what? I'm gonna go. You know what? Screw it. Look, I don't even care. This is probably one of the funniest and best shows that I've seen yet. Commercial pickle park sharing good loads with one another. God, this is what trucking used to be. How do I bring this back? Brian, I love you right now, man. Thank you for that. Oh, you better have hit that thumbs up or we're gonna fight. Fight, parking lot fight. I'm just saying, there better be like thousands of likes today. I'll pay for a spot. I don't even know what to do right now. I'll pay for a spot before I sleep as a sitting duck. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Look, I pay for parking when Rosie and I do make those rare jaunts out into the real world. We literally pay for parking if we're not running like expedited team freight and we actually have to go somewhere. We just pay for parking. It's just so much easier that way. And I'll reserve it first thing in the morning, and then I'll watch it all day because I'm that guy. And I'll see that no one's buying spots. No one's buying spots. I get there. I am literally the only guy in a paid spot.
Yeah, but you pay for it, so you're going to use that dang
Oh,
spot.
you damn right. And I'm gonna
Was
be in
it
the one.
was it like a year ago, Charlie? We were talking about this very thing, and I sent you that picture of myself with that Flying J, and
Yeah.
like literally, there's like 40 pay to park spots, and I'm like, not just the only person pay to park, but there had to be 40 spots out in the free parking just available. I'm like, you know what though? I paid for it. I'm using this damn spot.
Right? Oh my God.
Oh,
Oh, this is there's like they're talking about spankings in the chat now. I look,
what?
I don't even I don't even know what James said he doesn't mind paying. Oh, my bad for parking. I apologize. I didn't mean to leave you out there. I should put that on the screen just because that
Hey, you
was
know,
fun.
relationships are hard. I get it.
Hey, oh my God. See, look. So I just want to thank you all for tuning in and hanging out with us every week. It really means a lot to us. I can't believe you do it, especially on shows like today. Maybe shows like today should be more. I don't know. This is probably how we won't get corporate people in here to
Hey,
talk with us, but whatever.
I think we got some good business discussed, man.
Oh, I think we did too. I like that we get to have fun every week doing this. Yeah, if nothing else, we get a tiny little break from all the madness, all the crazy business stuff, the stuff that stresses you out, family life, the heartaches, the math, just everything. And if we can add a little silliness to your day, and you guys can add some to ours. I'm gonna tell you right now, I love it. This is probably the most animated I've been all day. Honest to God, I've just been a slug today. Just don't even know what to do with myself. Whew.
Yep.
Matthew Nissom said reserve parking is handy. That's how I found Jeff again last night. Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Especially when you have a late delivery time. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Better to be in the middle of paid parking than the end of the road. You know what, Brian?
Oh,
That is
absolutely.
you preach it, brother. Preach that. We need to. That's a T-shirt. That's a bumper sticker.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I paid for parking in the Pilot just north of Mobile last night, and I came in there, and even I'm looking at the app. There's still like 10 spots left, so I'm like, cool, because there's nothing else. And there's those 10 spots, and there's exactly 10 trucks making it hard for me to get back there. And
Right.
I'm like, dude, I hope your hood survives the night because that's just.
Right.
And of course, the one guy, I'll just put this out there because, I'm human like everybody else. So the guy that was most in danger to lose his hood, by the way, Swift truck.
Ah, go figure. Damn it, Swift did it again. Stop it, sir. Stop it.
Yep.
Oh, Brian, Jess, we actually do have some pretty good conversation with the corporate folks in here. I'm just saying. There is some good stuff and good relationships to build there. Just going to throw that out there for you. And you know what? Some of them are actually pretty salty. You just would be surprised. I'm just going to throw that out there. They're not allowed to be on video. Okay. They're people. There are so many of these
Oh, and
folks
that's the
are
thing.
just real people.
Like when we first started having Brett on and some of these other people, and this is no joke, they had to ask Swift Legal,
Right.
is this okay for me to do? And I'm not sure how that conversation went, but I'm imagining that they're like, well, Brett, it depends on what you say.
Right.
Because they're beholden, right? We're not
Look,
beholden to anybody but ourselves, but they are beholden.
the one video I did
'Cause
with David Tillman, that long one I did with him, we had to record that, and I agreed to do this for them. And I now, mind you, I told David Tillman that I would not ask him anything that would set him up for failure because that's not what we're trying to do. We were looking for a real conversation about real issues at the time. And I told him, I'm not going to try and set you up with some zingers that are going to tie you up or try and get you to trick you into saying something. And I said, so I don't think you're going to need it. But what we'll do is we'll record the show. I will send you the entire show and you and legal can go through it. And if there's anything you don't want in that show, I will absolutely 100% edit whatever it is you say because I wanted the rest of the conversation to happen. And I can tell you that not 1 second of that video was edited. From start to finish, it was approved the way that it went because
Yep.
I, followed through with what I said. I'm not
And
there to zing anybody.
And I actually think that that's why we're able to get these guys because of that right there. Because it's Brett knows that I'm going to do a 20 minutes on him at least once a conversation when he's on the show.
Right.
But it's not a big zinger. I'm not trying to do a gotcha. It's just it's usually something that guys have been talking about on the Facebooks. And
right.
These guys they do live in kind of a bubble, these corporate types. They have their thing that they have to focus on. That's their job.
And like with David Tillman, he actually got pulled into court in depositions and stuff like that because of things he had said in official corporate videos. And they tried to twist what he said there into something else while taking what he said completely out of context and just putting the one little blurb in there, right? And they were like getting sued for who knows billions at the time for something. And luckily they had the ability to go back and say, no, here's the whole video, and this is what was said. So yeah, try again, McFly. Anyhow, so yeah, so it's cool that we actually get the corporate people, and we're look. It's not to say we don't have disagreements. I mean, we've had disagreements on the air, and we're like, well, we don't think that works. Typically, we'll say, what about this instead? It's like anything else.
See, and that's one of the keys to success, guys. Is if you bring a problem, even like to your OOC or your terminal manager at that level, come in with an idea of how to fix that problem. Don't just go in and say, you're messed up. Because they're going to go, okay, and? But if you go in and say, hey, I see this issue. Here's how I think we could fix it. What do you think?
Right.
They might still say no, that you're full of it, but they'll at least listen to you at that point.
I think that is a fair statement, Brian. He says, I'm here because I trust him to care about my business. Otherwise, I'd be elsewhere. I will add a caveat. Not everybody cares about your business. No one should care about your business more than you, for starters, okay? And keep
Right.
in mind that they are your customer and you need to act accordingly, right? So the best thing you could ever do is find ways to do better for you that will help your customer do better, because ultimately you will do better in the end, right? And so, yeah, it's a trip. And Brian said, that's him being 100% honest. And I dig that. And that's what we want, man. We want real. We can get frustrated. We can get mad. Find a problem, bring a solution. Even a bad solution is better than no solution, right? At least it starts a conversation. So, yeah. All right, guys. I think we've gone on long enough today. What do you think, Jeff? You got anything you want to throw out at the end here?
No, I'm tired.
That was profound. That was absolutely like, he's gonna say something. He's gonna no.
Brian, are you asking us what an OOC is?
No. I think he's talking about people. Anyhow. Yeah. Hey, some are better than others. Right? And we're hoping that sometime in the near future there will be some exciting talk about some cool things happening in our world, guys. So hey, check it out. For those of you, anyone here that's never been here before, we do this live thing every Tuesday, 6 p.m. Eastern time here on the YouTubes on Swift Contractors Corner. If you are a verifiable Swift contractor, pop on over to the Facebooks. Look for a private group there called Contractors Corner Consulting Group. Make sure you answer the question to be allowed into the group. We have to verify that you are an active, verifiable Swift contractor. So, and then you will be allowed entry into that group. We will be here again next Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern time, 6 p.m. Eastern time on Tuesday, barring any weird things happening. We try to do the show every Tuesday. Yeah, Brian, you get what you give, man. Exactly. That is the way of the world. Honestly, I believe that. I sometimes it seems a little one-sided. You give a little too much and you just don't get back. But you know what? I think eventually it all turns around and comes back to you.
Absolutely.
So anyhow, Jeff, thanks for being here, buddy. Thanks for stopping your day early, and I don't think you're really too sad about that anyhow.
Dude, all I'll say is 6 weeks, man. This is week 6.
Right.
And
Ready
even though
to
you
do
all
it.
know that I'm not afraid to do that, it is a long tour. When you get past about 3-4 weeks, it starts getting a little draggy.
Right. Oh, you guys. Seriously, thank y'all for being here. Seriously, it means a great deal to us. Make sure you hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe if you haven't. We will see you here next week, 6 p.m. Eastern on Tuesday on Contractors Corner. And you guys, be safe. That's Jeff. See, I still can't do it, Jeff. That's Jeff. I'm Charlie. We're out. You guys are awesome.